Tarta was finally able to give shapes to colors, and all it took was a blossoming friendship and potential future romance with Koko. I do love the two of these together. They're super cute. Especially the later part where they're just like smiling together and talking about how amazing witches are and everything like that. It's like, okay, the two of these two, it's gonna happen in the future. They're gonna be totally a thing. But whatever. It's super cute. I love it. I love it. But no, I love this because this episode is around Tarta and his struggles with this disability and him finding a potential way of getting around it. Now, it is odd that of everybody in this damn world, it took Koko, who's just now learning magic, to show him some way around it, like some way to find around it. This is not something that he could figure out. Or no, it seems like he's somebody who is actively trying to help Tarta, but it seems like this is not something that he ever wanted to kind of give him as an option to get around it. It seems like his family has just basically pushed him to just make pins. And that's a sad thing. It's the sad thing that his immediate family, seemingly, their response to his disability is that he's not going to be able to see this. He's not going to be able to see the color of the inks. He's not going to be able to do this. This is a potential disaster if he gets the wrong inks. It seems like that is a potential disaster, as we kind of see with magic. It seems like because of this, do pins. You can see the shape of the pin. Just do that. And he was hoisted off to Nono, or at least Nono came forward to him and said, "Come, boy, you can work at my shop." But it's just sad that Nonoa never sort of gave him, I guess, some sort of hope, somewhere to go towards. It took Koko. Now, I get why Koko is the one that easily kind of inspires Tarta, because Koko is somebody who is fresh into magic, doesn't know sort of the pre-established things, doesn't know the dangers that Tarta would be facing going into magic. The people around Tarta, as disgusting as they are, seemingly, they also see the dangers in Tarta because of his disability. And they never wanted to take the time to find a way to work around it, or at least to find that there would be a use for getting around it. Just focus on this. It's fine. Just do what you're able to do. Koko is somebody that is coming in here going, "No, just try this out. It's cool, right? hey, this is cool. Try this out. Hey, you could probably work it if you did this. Just do this one thing." Now, I question if that one thing she created is potentially even something she should be doing, because it seems like a lot of things that Koko kind of manifests, it's stuff that she just makes up on the fly. It never gives an indication like, "Oh, I was told by Master if I do this, it does." No, I think if I do this, it'll work, right? It's like, can you chill out, girl? You could have, what are the potential that reversing it made it, like, implode, and then you could just warp the entire world into itself? Like, why do we assume that it's going to just reverse effect here? It's just, like, scary, the crap that she does. But she just makes up something. Like, "Oh, let's just do this thing and it'll work, right?" Question mark. And then he's able to kind of play off of it. It's cool. It was a moment of, like, experimentation that ultimately leads to Tarta discovering something. And thankfully, for the most part, by himself. There is an element here where he's doing it himself. She says, "Yeah, change it however you want. It's yours at that point, You don't have to ask me for permission or apologize. It's your own thing. Do it. And that'll be your magic. That'll be your spell that you created." And sure enough, he's running around with this spell that he made. This is something that he made. It was something that was started by her, but he corrected it and perfected it, and it became his. And now he's going around going, "Yeah, now I can just point this thing at everything." It was really cool. But anyways, before we get any further, let's just jump into the episode proper, opening up from the very beginning and going through scene by scene so I don't miss anything. But yes, opening up the episode with, the very first encounter with Kefrey. I kind of suspected this. It was going to be one of those, like, lol, shrug, nothing really happened moments. Even though at the end of the episode, it implies something, but yeah, nothing's coming out of this. He's going to confront Kefrey. Kefrey could just be trying to cover it up with a positive nature. Again, 'cause this is what Kefrey does. Kefrey doesn't want anybody to know what he's doing, so he often is putting on a very positive front. We're seeing that, especially with the last episode, that Kefrey is a type that when he's in front of his students, he's constantly putting on this positive nature. But whenever the students aren't around, he's suddenly, like, full of anxiety. Do they figure it out? They're smart kids. They're going to figure it out. I need to keep this under wraps. He is somebody that is always internally struggling. So whenever he puts that big positive front on now, I'm going to be constantly thinking that he's covering something up. He knows that Tarta knows. Tarta could not see that light. He knows. So even at the end of the episode, when he confronts him again and says, "Hey, the question for you, did you see that flash of light?" That flash of light. Oh, okay. Maybe I imagined it. And then at the end of the day, all that we get really here is that he was going to confront Kefrey on it. Kefrey's like, "No, look, can we wait for later on?" And then later on, Tarta's like, hey, do you know about this light? I don't know what you're talking about. At the same time, still Tarta inside going, I might have imagined it, but I guess I'll look into it by myself. Now, I don't know what his mindset he's here. Like, I guess he's going to look around in Noah's shop and maybe eventually he finds the spell that Kefrey made. I don't know why he would leave the drawing behind. He could eventually find that and then check the ink and then find out the ink is not normal ink. That's my assumption there. And he might potentially, or he could potentially, ask, Knights Morales, was there a big flash of light in the area at that time? And during that time, or maybe the Knights Morales finds out that he's asking questions about that. I don't know, there's possibilities here, but I think it is going to lead to potentially Knights Morales eventually talking to Tarta, and then they're going to look into Kefrey and find that there was something that happened there. But until then, going into the scene where they're in there with Koko, immediately the doctor's like, what the hell are you doing with this kid? You do know they're kids, right? This moment of this lady setting Kefrey straight. I know that you witches probably do whatever you do with your training, but remember this is a kid. At the end of the day, this is a kid. Obviously, we all know that, Koko is struggling with his nightmares and it's causing her not to get sleep, but Kefrey's not seeing that. Kefrey's too wrapped up in his own checking of things. He never noticed that Koko was overworking herself. He was too busy looking and experimenting about the ink. Didn't notice that she wasn't getting sleep. He should be noticing this stuff. But anyways, that being said, having this point, Tarta questioning how could she push herself so hard? Why is she pushing herself so hard? Kefrey pointing out the fact that she loves magic. She got this, positive nature, but it seems like deep down she's been, dredging up fear. That there's some fear deep down inside of her, which we obviously know is around her mother and, again, the failures that she's had and the dangers that she put other people into. Put Agate, put Tetya, Riche into. All these things that she's doing that she's causing problems, so that's what's kind of tormenting her. But yeah, Tarta leaves, forgets his hat, has to come back there. But until then, we have this whole scene. And this is interesting. This is building on my theory from last episode. And this could be totally me running down a rabbit hole. But it is sort of slowly building something up. The other doctor coming in there and checking out Koko, saying that she's doing well and recovering. And he seems to attribute some of that recovery to the spell that Kefrey does. While Tarta's still there, Kefrey does this little spell with his water that kind of circulates the room to cool it down. And because the temperature being set to a good point that's comfortable for Koko, it's helping her recover faster. So the doctor at that point's like, oh man, thanks so much, Kefrey. And Kefrey's like, it's just a spell. We witches, we can't actually heal people. You doctors, you heal people. Which is funny because we all know, and Kefrey knows, he acknowledged it last episode, witches can technically heal people. They're just not allowed to. They don't have the spells. Those spells have been removed. And the assumption there is that the sigils or whatever for healing has been lost because of that, erasure, the whole memory wiping everything. But I like this because the guy's acknowledging, no, you're doing something, you're helping. You're helping with that. I wish we can all use that. And Kefrey right here says something very, very questionable. He says, yeah, if only we could all use that. It almost gives a sense here where he wishes that, yeah, everybody could use a spell. It does sort of give into a theory here, and again, it sort of plays into the one about the healing magic specifically. I think there's a side at Kefrey that he wants to essentially make it to where all people can have magic again. That he might potentially be from a faction or something like that could want that. Or it could just be a dream that he has. Like, he kind of wishes that everybody could have this. That everybody wouldn't have these restrictions. That everybody could have the potential of being mages. That it wasn't kept so strict. Yeah, still have the boundaries and the safety measures of keeping people from using forbidden magic. But at least I have everybody able to use magic at that point. But, again, it's just a theory right now. But I do have a feeling like he's the type of person that would love to be able to use healing magic, love to be able to have everybody use that kind of stuff, but unfortunately, they're not able to. Now, this is where we have one of two WTF moments this episode. There's two very big what the hell moments of this episode. This is the first one. A fire breaks down, it looked like it was 20 blocks away, way down there, way over there. There's a fire breaking out at a bar. The owner of the bar apparently ran all the way up to the doctor's office to rush in there to ask for a doctor because there's some people that are drunk inside the bar that's burning down and they can't lift them to get him out of there. I'm like, the moment this guy runs in, I'm like, so why are you here? Get some burly men to go lift the dudes out of the bar. Why'd you come here? I understand the idea they want to treat them eventually, right? It's just the aspect of like, why would you not want to get them out first? Why is your first priority to get the doctor to... It's just so like, what? Anyways, it facilitates for the guy to find Kefrey and go, ooh, use your magic to fix this. It was interesting because in the manga, Kefrey goes over there. Well, first, Koko has to like say, no, go. It's fine. I'll be fine. Even though deep down she's terrified. She doesn't want to be alone. Obviously, the nightmares are killing her. And she's also sick. But no, she tells Kefrey to go. In the manga, Kefrey goes over there and helps put out some of the fires, but not all of them. And that's the point in which the local, witches arrive and they can help finish off the job and, douse out the rest of the fires. But the owner's like, no, help us finish all this stuff. Like, you use your magic, you snap your fingers, things get, watered down, and you can put out all these fires by yourself. He's like, no, it's not that easy. And even the other witches, they arrive, they're like, yeah, we'll handle the rest of the fires. Go see your apprentices. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. He doesn't know how difficult this actually is. Because yes, from our perspective, and it's the same for these witches, they're having to hide the spells to create the water to put the stuff out. It's not as simple as snapping fingers and water appears. That's my assumption they're kind of talking about. Kefrey's not able to just snap his fingers. He's having to hide the fact that he's using this magic or something like that. But anyways, in the anime, it just kind of puts it out that the guy wants him to help him clean the bars. That was the dumb part of it. I mean, yes, there might be something that he can use that'll, get the charring out or rebuild the buildings or something like that. But it's, in the manga, it was to put out the fires. But that aside, it is interesting to have, towards the later part there, Kefrey, in response to that whole thing, is like, yeah, they assume this stuff is super easy and that you can just easily overcome this stuff, but magic isn't like that. It's not that easy. It's never been that easy. If it was that easy, then we wouldn't be suffering the way that we do. I kind of question what that potentially means. And again, that could go back to my theories about Kefrey and his desires. I think there is an element here where there's a suffering in the fact that they know that they can do what they can, but they're not able to do it. Again, I think that comes from his desire to potentially in the future want to liberate magic just in his own way. He's kind of in the middle area where he doesn't want to be like the Brim Hats who wants like full-on liberation and able to use forbidden magics, but at the same time, he doesn't want it to be kept to only witches. He might want to be able to give it to outsiders too. So we'll see. That aside though, eventually Tarta goes to find his cap and it's with Koko and she's hurting and he wants to give her some tranquility leaf and he goes up into the cabinet to find it not labeled. This is dumb thing number 2 in this episode. There's some stupid people in this town. This is dumb moment number 2. Logic? I don't know. The doctor later on says that the reason they don't label the medicine is to prevent people from misusing the stuff, because you have to have knowledge about what you're using. You can't just use things. Because yes, medicine obviously can be a poison if it's not properly, given and dosed and all that kind of stuff. This is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. This is the stupidest improper use of medicine I have ever heard about. You do not do this. In order to prevent people from misusing the medicine in the cabinet, you don't label it? What does that even mean? You're just opening yourself up for other people to misuse it. What if you have a doctor come by from another clinic and has to treat somebody? They wouldn't know what's in there. What if the lighting was too low? You're not able to see the colors of them. What if you can't see the shapes of them? What if they put the tray in there backwards and you can't see the colors of the objects in there? There's so much. This is like the... There's a reason why even in clinics and hospitals they label this stuff. You don't want the wrong thing to be picked up. And a lot of this stuff is going to look the same. A lot of it's going to look exactly the same, especially under certain lighting. This is so stupid. The moment she said the reason why we don't label is to prevent people, I'm like, oh, please don't even try to, please don't explain it. No, you're not explaining it right. This is so stupid. Please don't. I was like... I literally facepalmed. I'm like, oh god, this lady, shut this place down. This is so stupid. The logic here is just so flawed. Anyways, it's a stupid reason to facilitate the fact that now Tarta is here trying to help her and he can't. It brings up an interesting thing here. It's the logic of a world that is able to see the colors and the shapes. That's really what it's talking about. Specifically the colors. Tarta is not able to see the colors. And he's in a world of people that can see it, and thus it's not working for him because it's for them. And this is the thing that makes him struggle. And again, it rises up those memories of his family seemingly saying, he's got this thing. Oops, that sucks. Go find something to do. These things are not for you. Find something you can do. You can make pins really good. Go make pins. That's fine. And again, showing that Nonoa seemingly has pulled him in, and even then, not able to see the colors, and it really frustrating him because he wants to help Koko, and at the end of the day, he can't even do this. He tries to do these different methods, like draw the water out of it, still can't work. Up until the point where he's just about to give up before, again, Koko seeing his struggles and saying how magic is great. You can't do something, don't worry. That's the point in which magic can come into the picture. Bringing him that magic. Now here's where we get into the resolve that she has, which is to, again, reverse the actual keystones. Because so we have the rune in the middle, which is that earth one, and then the one they were using, as she knows it, this is something that has saved me so many times, this other spell, specifically the keystone. The keystone on the outside is something that's helped her so many times. It's this keystone to make earth break down. And I'm thinking about, okay, what if I reversed it? Again, this is that moment where I'm like, God damn, girl, you're going to you're going to assume that it's just going to put it back together. I'm afraid you're going to literally undo reality if you do this. But we're just going to do it. We're going to test it out. But yeah, she reverses this thing in order to not break something down, but rather put it back together. I'm guessing having the earth one in the middle works for these plants. So it seems to work for specifically plants that are inside of these things, and potentially also rocks too. But yeah, does this whole process in order to make a spell to put these things back together. Because I'm guessing she knew what he was doing. It seemed like there was an assumption that was made here by her. I don't think that he was really saying a lot of this stuff out loud, but apparently he was. So this is something for him. It doesn't work. It embarrasses her. She talks all confident. This is going to help you out. It'll help out both of us. Try this out. Oh, it's screwed up. Damn it. I'm going to go back to bed. Just forget I ever said anything. Now here's the interesting thing, because when he sees this, he's like, okay, I see a potential here. And he goes to try to do something with it. He doesn't know about much about magic, but what he's doing here is going, well, I'm good at making things symmetrical. I see what you're trying to do with this spell with the rune in the middle and the keystone on the outside. What if I just made that all symmetrical? I can do that. I do that all the time with my pins. So I'm not sure exactly how that... I mean, I know symmetrical works, but then drawing it's a completely different thing. Like you can do symmetrical things all the time, but to draw symmetrically, that's a completely different skill. But either way, he doesn't. And now the odd thing here is that, and especially in the manga, he creates 6 of the keystones on the outside and all in reverse. They got rid of the T. I think the T symbol is sort of direction, and I think she had them both going towards the middle at first. I'm guessing that was not necessary. So he just did 6 total keystones to do the reverse effect. So that together kind of make that effect that happens, which is great. Again, see him super happy, running around, using on everything, getting super excited, seeing all these plants. I'm guessing he's never... Well, I'd assume that a lot of the plants are plants that, again, they're in medical facilities. They're not in Nonoa's workshop. Nonoa probably has a lot of other things, but here specifically, he's seeing all these herbs that he's only seen in books, and he's able to see those things for the first time. And again, they're all bright, and he sees the shapes, and again, it gives shapes to the colors. He opens a box, he sees silver. But then when he puts this in front of it, he sees a shape, and he's able to give, again, shape to the colors. So it's a really cute little moment there. Him learning something, being super happy about it, being able to finally see the colors at this point and find the thing that he was looking for. Before the doctor shows up and says, again, the stupidest excuse for why they don't have things labeled. It's so stupid. We don't label things because we don't want people misusing things. So we make it to where everybody misuses things. In order to correct this mistake, we make everybody make... It's stupid, I'm sorry. It's stupid, I'm sorry. Anyways, yeah, the whole thing there, and then going on into her being recovered and jumped the next day. Well, it's already literally that next morning, but seeing everybody off and having a little moment where he's like, I'm gonna make you your pin, and eventually I'm gonna learn spells to be able to bring it to you myself. I'm like, yeah, go boy, you go boy. I was cute. The little moment was really cute between the two of them. I ship them. They're too cute together, inspiring each other to get better and learn magic and all that kind of stuff. Really, it's work around his problems. I think that's the beautiful thing about Tarta's character, is that he's got a very big disability that is detrimental what he wants to do. And this is a way to still find beauty and magic and, grow from it. So it's cool stuff. It's cool stuff. But yeah, this whole experience, this new reversal of the keystones is a thing that kind of inspires Koko, helps her get over her anxieties of not being able to sleep, is the idea that she now has a path to go. Before, she's kind of struggling about magic and getting somewhere where she can help her mother. She's feeling like she's not doing enough. Well, here's the point where she goes, I got another step. I finally found that next step forward, which is to, hey, I can use this reverse effect, this reverse trick to reverse the forbidden spell. So now she's got a path to go. But she gotta get to the point where she can get to that library first so she can find the forbidden spells. So that's the next steps, which it seems like it's implying that's the direction it's going, because we see the little scene with the brim caps, and they're talking about how they gotta wait for the kids to be away from their master so they're unprotected, and then sneak in there and attack. And it seems like not the one that's been kind of following her everywhere, but another one is going to go after them, which is somebody that is the embodiment of forbidden magic, which seems to be implied by the fact that they have no body. So I'm guessing the embodiment of forbidden magic is the fact that their entire body is probably etched with a spell that is making them see-through, so they are unseen. But going to be our first of the Brain Cats to come after Koko and team, see if they can overcome them. Our first boss. We're going to run into our first boss. We had, yes, technically kind of run into the other guy, but it wasn't really like a full-on encounter. This is the first time where we have like a full boss encounter, where we have to actually take them down. So we'll see. But yeah, that is the episode. Some good stuff here. Again, I really like this story for Tarta and his growth, and I'm looking forward to seeing how he grows more in the future. But it wasn't our Kefrey killing Tarta episode like I was predicting. He's not gonna send Tarta off to swim the fishes quite yet. There's still a lot of potential in this boy, but we'll see. But anyways, that's my thoughts on episode 10 of Atelier. Hope you guys enjoy this video. As always, if you did, hit the like button down below. Till next time, y'all take care.